Alright, welcome back Midlifers, it's me Prashana. This is a follow-up video to our original Newland camera instant bag review. So if you haven't watched that video, you can actually watch it on the card here. You can just click it down there. But without further ado, let's really talk about this film bag. Alright, so if you watched the review already, you'll know we had a lot of difficulties with the film camera bag. When we did the testing initially, we thought we were following the instructions, but apparently we weren't actually doing it properly. On this channel, we tried to give everything that we have, okay? We tried to go in with an open mind, test the product out fully. We actually had a whole plan enacted or script where we were going to show how to use the accessories and all that. But we were so perturbed by the fact that we couldn't even get the full chemical spread that we decided to reach out to the manufacturer. After our video came out, he's been posting a lot of videos showing a full chemical spread. We have not been able to replicate a single full chemical spread with the film bag that we have. So I don't know whether it's an issue with our bag or it's an issue with us. But if you ask me, I don't think it's a problem with the user lah. As in, I've tried it, I've tried as best as I can to follow the instructions that he's given, but I just simply cannot recreate it. So I guess it opens up a big question. But before we explore that question, let's try to do it the way he said to do it. I have a fresh pack of film. He suggested using anything from July onwards. I have a film pack that is from September onwards this year. So it's barely a few months old. It's not even a year old like what Polaroid recommends. Let's use that film pack. Let's see whether we can get a full chemical spread. We're not going to take images or anything. We're just going to see whether we can even get full chemical spread using this pack. So I'm going to do it the way he instructed. If I can't do it, Ian's going to try it himself. And then let's see if there's any potential in this product.
Okay, so wait. Before we start, the manufacturer asked us to watch the video on how to do it.
He asked us,
right.
He told us how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, not us directly lah, but he told by way of our one of our viewers, okay, how to do it. And apparently we've been doing it wrong, okay?
So we are dumbos and we have no idea how to operate a camera.
Yeah, we don't know how to operate cameras, as in my experience using analog mediums accounts for nothing. But I think we are a channel that is very open-minded, okay? Maybe it is really us. But let's put all the question and rumors to rest.
Before we start, can you show me the thing, then let's show the viewers what the video is.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I think ever since our video came out, he's been sharing like...
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this thing.
Yeah.
So this is not a fake video, this is actually Instagram. This is his account. Alright, so you've seen that on his unit, it's possible to get full spread.
Yeah, and I do think his unit is working.
Yep.
Yeah, but I guess the responses we've been getting have been very lukewarm. So we just want to warn anyone who's using the product about what you're getting into. But we're going to give it a fair shot one more time.
Yep.
I did experiment with it on my own according to the instructions that he initially gave. But I feel the goalposts are just shifting. For me personally, I feel some of them are becoming sounds like excuses lah. So let's load in a fresh pack. Okay. Maybe you want to show the expiry date on this one. Okay, to the camera.
This is I-type color. Yep. Okay, so you can see that it's manufactured.
Yeah.
Right.
Then ever since I bought it, it's been fridge stored. Before using it, I thawed it outside for about an hour. Okay, so I'm just gonna open the pack. We're gonna load it in.
Okay, so for this, maybe you let me try it and you tell me exactly how to do it by reading the instructions.
Okay. So make sure you insert it fully. Okay. Close. So later when you turn it's this way. Okay.
So we have installed this properly.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out I'm gonna read verbatim what's been mentioned to us. Okay, so fresh pack, hold the knob, and okay, he said pull slowly down lah. So we have to do the rotation first, of course. Okay.
Is there anything that I need to note when I'm rotating it?
No.
It just says turn the knob.
Yeah, as in, so fresh pack,
Okay.
hold the knob,
Okay.
and then pull slowly down.
Okay.
Of course, in the instructions is you have to push it until the edge there. The first one is the dark slide, so
Yes.
we can just do it quickly with the dark slide. FYI, I used the pack. There was one pack where even my dark slide tore.
Okay, so it says pull down. Down
Yeah,
is down.
down
where?
is this way.
This is
Yeah,
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So I'm gonna hold this.
Yeah. You want? I can close the
Yeah, you can
camera,
close the camera.
so it's a bit easier. You just be careful of the lens.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold this thing. I'm gonna pull that way.
Yes.
Gosh. Oh, this is.
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing it wrongly, you know.
Okay, the dark side is out.
Okay, dark slide is up. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do one.
Interestingly, this knob didn't move at all.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't.
it doesn't matter if you hold it or not, because
Yeah.
I didn't feel any resistance.
Yeah. So actually, the
Yeah.
holding the knob initially was blamed for our lack of full chemical spread. But later he sent out an email to all the backers saying that you have to hold the knob so that the gears don't
Move.
break. They don't break. Because
Oh.
I think the pulling could force the gears into a position. Maybe.
But it never moved when we tested it.
Yeah, when we tested it. Actually, if you go back to our original video, you go to the 13-minute mark, you see Ian and me pulling it. You can actually see the knob not turning at all because there's an arrow mark on it.
By the way, the arrow mark has totally disappeared. So
Yeah, but okay lah. Small issue. Okay.
okay, so now we have to take a shot. It's cocked just like this product. Okay, give me a finger.
So the first time I did this on my own, I mounted it on a tripod and I pulled it on a tripod. But evidently, even doing it on the tripod
It's wrong.
affects everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I need to turn it first.
Yeah. You turn it
Clockwise?
first. Clockwise. Yeah. Until the edge of the film.
Okay, I feel resistance. The film is coming out. Okay, we
Okay,
see the
yeah.
film.
Okay. Then you pull
While holding, I'm going to try and pull
this way. Yeah.
without carrying it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay,
Okay. It's not too bad actually.
too bad.
This is not too bad. Okay.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Let me try it now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna skip the shooting entirely lah. Okay. So he said to pull slowly, but honestly, when you're using so much force, okay.
It is slow.
Yeah. So this is what I get. I'm gonna try again. Okay. I'm gonna try again.
Let me just take a shot lah.
Okay.
Let's just have fun with this lah.
Okay.
Okay, give me a thumbs down.
So I'll close it. Okay. I'm gonna rotate it. Okay, it's at the edge. I'm gonna hold the knob. And then I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, so let me try now. We'll take another shot. Okay. Okay, now let me try it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna turn it. Okay, here, click. So click down
Hold the
while
knob.
holding. Okay.
It's a bit better.
Okay.
Let me just do one empty one.
Okay. So if you guys enjoy us wasting money like this, please support us by subscribing.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go.
That was a very extreme angle.
Yeah, but even with the extreme angle, and I think I'm going as slow as I can because there's so much resistance when we
Yeah.
pull it out. It's so hard to control, you know? Yeah. Alright, so if you all watched the video of him showing how the back actually works, you would have noticed that actually he pulls the film at a very steep angle. But if you look at the product itself, you'll notice that the slit is so tiny, there is only so much you can angulate the film without it hitting this part and getting scratched. Even more so, he did it outside. He removed the whole thing, so he was able to achieve a very steep angle and ensure that the chemicals really get mushed along the film. So I'm going to show you and see and let you see how much inclination you can actually put when you pull the film downwards. So obviously for this, I'm going to reverse it so that we pull upwards, okay? So you see the film is already at the edge here, you know? At the edge here. So no matter how much I angulate that part, it's gonna scratch up. And no matter how much I angulate downward, so to speak, I cannot angulate too much because that part still prevents me from angulating it. And you see how much I'm struggling. Yeah. So let's say if this had been the film, I can angulate it as much as I want like that, you know? But ultimately that little bit here, that lip, is gonna prevent me from actually angulating the film near the rollers where you want the chemical to mush up against the remainder of the film. So as you can see, can't achieve the full film spread. And we've always had this issue. Just to add on also, the more you try to angulate the film, the more you're gonna scratch the film, especially this clear part, which is very important because you don't want to damage the image. The other thing is, if you don't pull it out consistently, also you can make these marks on the film, and especially from it hitting these parts here. If he wanted to actually make sure you're able to angulate the film, they should not have been ejected from the top part. They should have been ejected from the lower so that you can actually tilt the film a little bit more. Or you should have put a roller here or something to prevent it from damaging and scratching the film at this part. Okay, so let's try the way that was shown in the video. Of course, you can't use the back like that, but I think it's just to show how it works in the background lah. So I just want to see if I remove the back, whether it's even doable. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. Oh, okay. There we have it. Yeah, then now I'm gonna pull it at a very steep angle and go as slow.
Hold the knob.
Oh yeah, okay, don't fuck. Oh wow! Our first full chemical spread. So you do have to keep it at a very steep angle, but it's not doable with the rest of it. Okay, we have a bit of chemical leakage on this pack, but I also think
That's not a nice spread.
it's not a good spread because I think it might be very thin at certain parts. Yeah, but okay lah, at least we got one full chemical spread. Okay, so these were the shots we just retook, okay? This, I think, is my 5th pack through this camera. I didn't get a full chemical spread. I think at this point, right, we don't even want a full chemical spread. We want like maybe more than 90% coverage, we'd be happy. If we could even create something like this, you know, just with a small line at the top, consistently, I think we will be very happy. But we're so far unable to. Maybe you could make an argument that this was usable, but everything else is nowhere near the examples posted here, or even this example. He claims that black and white film works better. Fair enough, we didn't test that right now. But even when we compare the chemical for the color emulsion, it doesn't really spread fully in any of the images that we took and we tried to do according to his instructions or the manufacturer's instructions. Alright, so these are all the packs I've shot. I've shot about 5 packs more or less. So this is for all the viewers to see. The line here is our first pack, okay? The first pack, we really had a lot of issues with film chemical spread. There was so much resistance in the rollers. And if you're wondering whether it's because an expired pack, we actually put the same cartridge back into a Polaroid Flip. And these are the 2 images we got. So even on a Polaroid Flip, we're able to achieve full chemical spread without any issues, you know. Then we did this set after that. No chemical spread. But okay, to be fair, all these 3 are expired packs. This one here, maybe this one I would say is usable. And then when we look at this one here, I did at home. I would say this has been my best example so far. Okay. I can actually see my middle finger, you know, but everyone else maybe not so ideal. And then of course you have this that we just did, of which maybe this one would be passable, but nothing is close to the ones that we were sent as examples within the pack. Okay, so these were the 2 examples. Nothing came Okay lah, maybe this came close, but nothing came close consistently. Okay. I think when a product has issues, I think we should sit down and really talk about it. So I think Ian and I will just share our feedback on the product and maybe the customer service. Okay, so let's talk about the product first. I think the one we have doesn't work. Okay. The manufacturer can post as many videos of full chemical spread as he wants or they want, but if they can't actually get our bag working, then it doesn't make sense. I do believe the bag they have is working perfectly fine. That's why he can show as many videos as he wants, but I'm not going to believe it until I see about maybe 10 users who can consistently get full chemical spread. To me, this product is defective when I look at it. The other thing that irked me, I guess, is the customer service lah. At this point of recording, we have not been offered either for us to send the bag back in exchange for another bag, or at least for them to take a look and see whether the bag is defective. Haven't been offered an exchange. And I think that's the least customer service any responsible manufacturer should do, John paid good money to back this up as a Kickstarter. I believe he's in the first few people who actually backed the project. So I would expect the manufacturer to actually honor this relationship a little bit more. And the fact that these first time early adopters are being treated like this, it doesn't sit well with me. So I'm gonna just say it outright. This is a shit product, don't buy it, okay? I am very displeased with it. Ian is also actually very displeased, but he's lost his voice, so he can't really talk. But based on what we've used, okay, don't buy it, don't waste your money. If you need a film bag, I would suggest getting the one by Analog Studio, the one by Alan Tolier. That one we used, we did an episode on that. You can probably click the card here. That had full chemical spread. It was Instax medium. The camera performed beautifully, even though the build quality isn't as good as this. Yeah. Ian, do you have anything to add on? Yeah. So I wouldn't buy it. If you're watching this review, my recommendation is don't waste your money on this. As in, you're more than welcome to waste your money, but just know what you're getting into lah. As in, if you have a camera bag that is as defective as this, then I think no point. And there's no point arguing about this,
But wait, I have to have a mic. So
Yeah.
there's almost thing that you need to understand. If you want artistic shots like this, then please buy the bag.
Yeah. As in, if you want
shitty images.
Yeah. And mind you, I spend like $20 per pack. And, I spent $100 just testing it out. And I've gotten like 2 or 3 images which I would consider passable. So I think I've spent more money than most people have. I've been very diplomatic in my first video. And this is it's just a shitty product. As in, at least the manufacturer, I think, should check on the product lah. As in, don't keep blaming your users or anything like that. Okay, so that's all. Don't buy it. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.